So I'm looking forward to a nice working hour. I will probably just switch off if there is music because usually I don't like the copyright thing because if there's music on the background, that can be problematic. But essentially, this is it's a beautiful day here, and that's why I haven't been updating you guys. Today I'm gonna do workouts on the treadmill, and it's been a very lovely ride. So I'm just gonna hit the treadmill here, and let me just do put this here. I'm actually in the sea now, and it's been a very beautiful experience actually being in this cruise ship, and I'm looking forward to this experience. I'm just gonna hit the treadmill now and start my day on a good note. Let me know where you're watching from. I haven't been able to trade as much actually at all because um, the Wi-Fi in the cruise ship is not that good. I will not being able to go um, on the internet on my laptop. I'm just using the phone because I paid for two devices. But it's okay. I'm taking this time as my time, vacation time. So that is been great so far. And yesterday, unfortunately, I didn't work out. Um, I was just feeling so tired, changing time zones from Canada, landing in Greece, going to Turkey, different time zones. So that was, I guess I needed some time to rest, and I think it's okay. So I skipped one day, and I'm back on the grind, and it's good. Let me know where you're watching from. Make sure you subscribe on this channel. I talk about investing, trading, and travel finance. As I'm traveling around the world, I am learning about money, markets. I had a great time in Istanbul, Turkey. Visited the most the Grand Bazaar, pretty much the European side of Istanbul. Istanbul is one of those cities that is both in Europe and Asia. So pretty much it's a gateway between Europe and Asia. So I thought that was cool. Now we are heading over to Corfu, which is an island, one of the many islands of the islands that are controlled by Greece. And from what I saw, I think from my research, it is about 100,000 people. And in terms of the contribution, it's mostly tourism. So we are looking at probably numbers of around 100 million euros per year in terms of its contribution to the Turkish GDP, to the Greece GDP, which I think is a pretty decent contribution, given that it's a small island, mostly relying on tourism and the port economy. When you have a port, there are a lot of industries that come in, trade, commerce, right, and even financial sector, because people need money when they are getting loan inside and outside. So that's something that I've learned is I'm traveling around the world. The goal is to make sense out of it and enjoy. So right now I'm working out in the city. I'm not sure If it's this is probably the Mediterranean Sea, but again, it's good. It's just a good experience to be consistent and make sure that as I eat a lot of food in the cruise ship, I also get to burn some calories. And I enjoy the experience, honestly. My family is also having a good time. They are not social media shy, and we try to keep it that way as well. But that's an exciting experience. Today, God willing, we'll be exploring Corfu. I think we booked for 5 hour tour of that island. So I'm looking forward to creating content around the island, the economy, the money, the people, the culture, the history. If you know history, you know that Corfu Island here in Greece was part of the Ottoman Empire, as much as also Istanbul, that is um, in the Republic of Turkey, formerly Turkey. And it's, it's just interesting to just go around those trade routes, something that we learned in history, and try to connect some dots. I love stuff, even though I have not been trading. What's been happening, and I think the portfolio has been going up overall in terms of the trades, the positions that I've already had. I didn't take positions that really require me to actively manage the trades because if you are traveling, the internet connection, like I alluded to earlier on, it's not so good. So you don't want to lose money if you are trading. But for long term, markets go up and down, and that's okay. So here should be taken as investment advice. It's just me sharing my experience of building wealth. So far, my goal uh, in the portfolio that I share with you guys publicly is to hit 100,000 Canadian dollars. I don't know when. I can't tell when. But right now, last time I checked, before we even embarked on the cruise ship we left for Greece, it was almost 67,000 Canadian dollars. And the journey I documented it here. You can check it out. I know that a lot of people with a lot of money who are making far greater riches than me. I don't like to compare myself with other people, except the S&P 500, which is the broad basket of 500 companies that are publicly listed in the US. As long as I can beat that consistently and keep that momentum, manage risk, trade, and invest in companies that I understand, and also just be consistent in those gains, that's fine for me. So if you want to see me hit that 100,000 Canadian dollar goal in terms of that portfolio that I share with you guys, hit the subscribe, the like button, so that this goes viral. And I think the coolest thing about this also, about radio is I enjoy trading. So any part of the world, I love trading, I love traveling, and those two things I can marry them as long as I have internet. I keep on reading what's going on, mostly in the US markets, whether in the short term or long term. So would it have been nicer if I was able to trade whilst in the sea and also on this vacation? Yes, but sometimes you have to learn to accept the reality. So that's That's a cool thing. I saw that Salesforce, which is a company that I actually follow, they really raised their guidance. And Salesforce, they provide software for companies for customer relations management. That means, let's say, if you want to pay on the chip, for example, or they integrate the whole process for business. When I went to California, toward the Bay Area, Salesforce, I passed through the Salesforce office, the Salesforce Tower. It's one of the majestic buildings that I saw, especially in the downtown area. I was really impressed, and this is really investment anyway. But I like to see before I don't have any holding or any positions, but I noticed that they reported earnings, and probably the AGP job numbers they came worse than expected, and the market, US market, equities market, I mean, is rally back. Why does it make sense? It's bad news, but the equities market is going up. Yes, usually traders, stakeholders, investors, hedge funds, all these market makers, they are forward looking. So there's a very important meeting called the Fed, Federal Development Meeting. That is a meeting that the governors, the uh, governors, the leaders of the central banks across the US states, they meet together and decide on the monetary policy. That is to increase, to keep the rates or to reduce them. So they make that decision. And they also decide on whether to move out excess liquidity, either using money supply instruments on their balance sheet. So when that data was dropped, it implied that highly likely the likelihood, the probability of the rate cut actually being effected in the meeting for December increased, the odds increased. Not I say the odds because you can't really tell. So the equities market most stocks they rallied up. And to simplify it, I just look at the S&P 500, which like I said, it's a basket of 500 companies that are publicly listed, or the Nasdaq, which is a much more weighting of the technology stocks that are listed in the US. So that's why I think the market went up uh, a day after, like a day before yesterday, and then yesterday the market was wobbling again. Possibly smooth the market. So some stocks are going to go up, some are going to go down, depending on the overall equilibrium. That is usually the buying and the selling. If people with a lot of money, they're talking of hedge funds or retail traders or investors, if they actually in consortium, they can, if they buy, sell the stock, they can push the price up. Or if they sell, it means that stock price is going to drop, most likely. But again, there are a lot of things that can cause this to happen. Maybe expectations on the economy, political risks, or things within the company. For example, if insiders are selling, right? Some investors might think like, hey, why are these people selling? They have much accurate information about what's going on in the company. So if they are selling, it could be a signal that there might be potentially trouble in the corporate. But probably they're just selling for tax purposes to pay certain of their tax bills or to exercise their share options. So that's something that I learned. If you really want to build wealth, sometimes it's also through instruments like share options if you are employed by companies that give you that. US tech firms, they offer that to employees to say over 5 years. So let's say they give you shares, uh, let's say 500 shares for Meta, for example, is an example. And Meta actually went up. I saw a report that they would be cutting 30% on Metaverse. So that was taken to be positive. So the last time that I checked, it had really gone up. So so they would say over the next 5 years, if you stay with us, you have let's say 500 shares, and if the stock price goes up, let's say you bought, then you get the Meta shares at 500. 5 years later, maybe now the stock price is $1,000. That's a will have doubled, right? In that case. So you can exercise, sell, and get your money, which people do this game. So that's something that is happening. Again, I focus time with my family, and now I'm waking up as you can see. I'm in the sea. I think it's the Mediterranean Sea. We are about to arrive in Corfu in Greece. Yes, hours will be there. And we then proceed to our next destination in Italy. So, guys, make sure you follow me, you subscribe, and share this content so that a lot of people can also learn. The goal for me is to stay healthy. You know, it's very easy to just eat if you're in the cruise ship. Just forget to work out. Because the food is just there, guys. 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. There's a buffet. That means you can go and eat as much food as you want. The dinner and breakfast they open at 6:30. They've already opened right now. So after eating the gym, I'm gonna go and eat some food. My breakfast. My family maybe they will follow later, but for me soon after this, I'll take a quick shower and head to the gym to the uh to have my breakfast. And usually I'm working on my content. I have limited English, but I'm researching about what I want to talk about the countries, about the places, so that when I share with you guys, I'm sharing this information not just from experience, but including some credible sources uh, and official statistics, if you name it, right? Because I'm very particular about my reputation. I want to be honest with you guys, to be authentic. That's what I do. So make sure you subscribe and you follow me for more content. I will be making content as much as I can. I took a lot in Instagram and I'm gonna edit the content probably when I get back to Canada so that I will start to upload it on the channel Streetwise Economics. And don't forget, I have some exciting programs for next year. If you want to trade, to invest in the US Canadian market for that matter, you can check out some programs that I have on www.streetwiseeconomics.com. That's my website. And on that, the goal is to just walk you through the processes that I go through when I'm trading, investing. It's not easy, guys, I will tell you, but you need to have a framework. I mean, that's what I do. I don't just jump in things that I don't understand because you can potentially lose a lot of money. So make sure you subscribe. You tell me where you're watching from. And thank you so much for watching. Let me just spread on this treadmill for a few minutes here. This is a serious workout. I did 20 minutes on this. Oh, yes, I feel that. Oh, this is serious stuff, guys. This is serious stuff. Just did 20 minutes. So, thank you so much. I'm gonna live stream on my Facebook channel. Um, Isaac Jonas, that's my handle. And I'll see you in the next workout, next adventure. Make sure you watch some of the videos on my channel.